Ladies and gentlemen, hello, hello. Welcome back to the stream. It's been a while. Been a lot of updates since then. Thank you for tuning in. Let's see. What have we had recently? What are some updates? Um, so obviously I couldn't. I'm the previous Roma game, the last De Rossi game was at 3:30 in the morning, and I'm not waking up. I mean, I was up for it, but I'm not going to stream at 3:30 in the morning. So there's that. But a couple unfortunate things happened. As you can see on the scroll, Roma had fired De Rossi, and you're going to hear all about it tonight. Udinese right now is number 3 in the in the. Wait a minute. Sorry. Shirt. All right. So the lineups right now, it's pretty much similar to what De Rossi was trying to do at the end of his era, his time with the club, and unfortunately we are starting anew. There was been a lot of uproar in Rome. There is tickets are being bought and then not attending. The entire stadium is pretty empty, in to show solidarity with the Rossis. I'm pretty sure she's the CEO, Lina Souloukou. She was dismissed. So now we have this. I mean, Roma right now is number 17, I think, or 16, just above relegation, which is really embarrassing for a club as big as Roma. And the lineup's different, but in a good way. This is the one that I have right here is a little off. I mean, Pellegrini's playing up with Dybala, but already off to a good start. Almost was off to a great scoring start. It's good. It's good build-up play, but there's a lot. It's like with De Rossi, it was a lacking of finishing start. So Roma's lineup is more like this one, with Pellegrini on one side and then Dybala on the other, with Dobek up in the top. This is the current standings, or at least. Oh, I forgot to update the points. That's my bad. Let me update those right now. But there have been a lot. Now the counterattack is on for Udinese. It's a good tackle in the end. So the current standings are all updated. So it's still Torino, Napoli, Udinese, Juve, Empoli, Inter, Lazio, Atalanta, Verona are tied for 8th with Fiorentina finishing off that table at 10th. So is 11. And now, technically Udinese has 11. Oh, already a yellow card. Dang. All right, I'll get that updated in a second. 9 points for Juve. 9 points for Empoli. 8 for Inter. Lazio is 7. And 6. 6. And then 5. Nope, another 6. And that should be updated there. So you'll see that in about 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. Oh, that was a little off. But as you can see right here, Udinese has 11 points, and that's just because it's adding another point for the live feed. So head coach Ivan Juric it's new having him as the coach. He was the coach of Torino. He brought them to, what were they, 10th last year with a pretty, less than excellent squad compared, in comparison to Roma. It's just a different team. So and he brought like a pretty average team to about average level. So with a good team, hopefully he can take them to a good level. That's the kind of comparison here. And it is unfortunate what happened to De Rossi, but we have to move on. The entire stadium is just bare empty. Like I like in 2020 they had like recorded audio of the stands, and I think that's what they're using here because there's nobody there. The only fans are the Udinese fans and like a little bit of the like the Roma ultra people or the ones that bought a ticket before and don't want to resell. Um, but it is unfortunate what happened to him. I wish him the best and I hope he can come back eventually, even though he said that this is his last run. Um, so all of the fans in Rome, I saw it on Twitter. Like there was a huge like lineup of fans that were outside of De Rossi's house saying how much they appreciated him as a coach, and hopefully at some point if Juric stops or somebody buys it, somebody buys Roma after the Friedkin group, and then like buys it from the Friedkin group and hires him back. I hope he wants to come back because it wasn't like we lost one game in four. Like 1-4 is not a terrible start. It's not a terrible start, but it's not great, But the whole point is, I saw this somewhere that Atletico Madrid, they're not like a, they're not, they weren't always the top three team in Spain. It took a lot of work and a lot of time, and freaking signed De Rossi onto a 3-year deal and then didn't give him the 3 years to develop the players. It was just, thank you. You lost. You didn't win a single game in four, and now you pay for it. And Roma had their second goal of the season, which I understand from like an owner standpoint. You cannot go 4 games and only score 2 goals. That's really poor. But without even the chance to expand or like grow on the players, it's really difficult. I mean, the goals were gonna come, and this was the first goal for Dovbyk, and now he lost a coach that signed him. He lost the guy that believed in him, and he has to start again with a new coach. So it's a really unfortunate situation. Right now, Bazili's on the ball. He's a star. He's a star kid. He was great for him, and Baldanzi are going to be the future of Roma if they signed on for a long term. If not, if they're going to be like Salah and get sold to a massive club for a lot of money, that would be great. If they become like the Alisson and Salah and become international sensations who used to play for Roma. Also Rudiger. Like all these players are all like fantastic, and they all come from Roma, or they played for at least. Oh, Pizzilli couldn't control it, but he got it back, and now Dyballo's on the ball. Back to Cristante. From what I'm seeing right now, it's a very positive start, but I feel like this is still pretty much the same. That it's offside for Beck had to have been offside there, but no flag yet. No, he was on. Nah, I think it was just on, but it's an unfortunate situation that Roma's in right now. I mean, the fans aren't happy, the owner's not happy, and there's no good compromise right now. The fans wanted to give De Rossi his time. Like Diego Simeone of Atletico Madrid was signed like a 5-year deal, was able to develop all these players under his system, and De Rossi was an interim coach for the back half of the season. He wasn't even a coach for an entirety of a season. So we don't really know what he could have, like what the potential was. And they didn't give him the chance. And that's unfortunate. I mean, if the way it was going right now, they wouldn't have been relegated. They probably would have gotten a little bit more points. And, but dropping points to teams like Cagliari, to teams like Genoa, it's not great. And I can understand from the owner's perspective, like 4 games in, you played against really bad teams and you still can't find a way to come out with 3 points. I understand the decision, I just don't agree with it. You know, a lot of people don't agree with it. I mean, I've seen it all over the Twitter feed that Roma fans are just angry that De Rossi wasn't given a valid chance. And anyway, no more talk about De Rossi because he's not here anymore. Kind of like the Patriots and Bill Belichick, I am wearing my Patriot hat today. They played on Thursday and they kind of got, they got felt. They got like groped a little bit. But it is football Sunday, international and American. So I'm going to wear my hat. Cristante on the ball. Sends a good ball up to El Shaarawy, who has a good touch, but he just can't get it right under him. Ooh, and draw a corner. I mean, El Shaarawy loses the ball, then he gives it to Kabasele, and kind of forces a corner. Just the kind of press forced a poor kick. So, Pellegrini's setting the ball up, but Dybala's walking towards the corner himself. So I think Juric changed the corner taker, the set piece taker from Dybala to Pellegrini. And honestly, I don't disagree with that. Pellegrini was, that was definitely not the best in the world, but. Pellegrini wins the ball back. Reset play to Angelino. And now Cristante. Good ball. It was a good idea. So it was a good chip in to try and get into the box for Pizzilli, but it was just too much speed on it. I do want to check in though, because right now there is City versus Arsenal in England, and it is 1-1. That's a game I do want to. Oh, Riccardo Calafiori is the goal scorer and is the best rated player on Arsenal's squad. I like Arsenal. Don't really like City. I think in terms of English soccer, I'm more like that's like a sport I would play fantasy in. That's the kind of thing I would do fantasy football because it's just I don't care really about I have the teams I don't like, but I don't really have teams that I truly care for. I'll watch Chelsea, I'll watch Arsenal, I'll watch Liverpool. Those are if I were to say I'm a fan of those, I would say those are the teams I'm more a fan of than oh my gosh. Pellegrini, Dybala inside the box, chips it over and it's deflected away, but not farther than Pellegrini. Roma's containing a lot of possession. Gets stolen by who is that? Number 10 is Torben. So Enzo Lefebvre not playing, who was a starter for De Rossi for a little bit. No Soule, also a starter for De Rossi. Juric was back in the lineup. I wonder where is he? Can't see him. Oof. I have not seen anything from Juric. Juric has kind of been a ghost, unless he's just not on the page. Oh, I see him. It just hasn't gone down that side. Now might be the time for him to get on the ball. Passes out to Mancini. It's true. I would say if you do like English soccer, I would say today's a good day to go watch that. It is almost at we are at the 44th minute in that game, so well we got really close. We are at the 44th minute in that game, so it's about to go to halftime. I think it's going to go in with a 1-1. I think the game is going to end in a 1-1 draw, but you never know. This is really early. It is 9:15 in the morning. Ugh. It's so early. If Roma wins against the number 2 team right now it's the number 2 because of the live scoreboard. And now Dybala out to El Shaarawy, sends it in. He's offside. He's offside. I mean, it was a good header, but I mean he missed, but he was offside. Well, yeah. It does look like what Freaking Group is doing is trying to change the culture a little bit. The Rossi was like, that's the reason Mats Hummels would join, Mario Hermoso, like these big names joined Roma because of De Rossi, because they all know what kind of a person he is. You know, they all. Oh, Arsenal just scored. It is 2-1. In England, it is 2-1 in. I think this is in Manchester. It is in Manchester. It is 2-1. Like right now. Oh my gosh. I was so focused on this stupid thing. There was almost a goal-scoring chance for Udinese. So let me see what happened. So ball was played out, crossed in, and Svila kind of just tapped it. Did he even touch it? Oh, so it was coming over and he swatted it and it went back towards an Udinese player. Luckily that guy couldn't get a solid hit on it, because that could have been disastrous. Now comes Celik's first pressing opportunity. But Roma still maintains possession. So Gabriel scores for Arsenal. I don't know if it's off a corner kick. Let me see the replay. The SofaScore replay, at least. Oh, it's not updated yet. Damn, Calafiori scored a wonder goal. I want to see that on Twitter. Oh, good. The Patriots are reaching out to a new offensive tackle. Freaking need him. Goodness gracious. So a header from Gabriel from a corner. Good. Left-footed strike from just outside from Calafiori. Good representation for Italy. I think this is his first start, but yeah, it's a rocket. And it was really like I saw like where it landed in the goal was like if this was the goal, it was like right over here. It was a great shot. Or I guess over here if you're looking at it from Europe. Anyway, Roma still maintains possession. Now Dovbyk with the strike, and it's a goal! Finally, okay. Now I think the ball's starting to roll. Ball's starting to roll for sure. A chaotic week to say the least. It is a great start. I mean, 20 minutes in and he already won up. Dovbyk scores his second goal in his fifth appearance. It's great to see from him because you can definitely tell that his confidence was low, but now that he scored, it's good. It's all onside. It's all cleared. It's all good. I mean, I would argue that his first goal was kind of a little iffy. Like that was a tap in, pretty much. I mean, it was a skilled tap in, but this is just a great goal and a great hit from Artem Dovbyk. Now the ball's starting to roll. If you feel me, once he scores one, then he can score more. The confidence is getting there, and this definitely puts a lot of confidence in the Roma players in the system. Roma did get their first. They did get one goal in the last the Rossi game, but the defense is kind of where they struggled. And here they maintain a lot of possession. Roma, Roma's maintaining a lot of. My gosh, am I having like a stroke right now? But now Roma might be on for a second with Dybala on the ball. Dovbyk. And it's out for a goal kick. But it was great build-up, and I think the only problem with the previous game was that they conceded. Scoring one goal is great, and it's a great confidence booster for the Ukrainian, but it is like it's still, it's a great hit too. Like any more right or left, it would have been either deflected from the keeper or it would have hit the post or missed. It's a great strike from the La Liga top scorer last year. So hopefully Juric brings a kind of defense, because I think the Rossi's entire scheme was about player competence and skill, and it was beautiful to watch. And like compared to Mourinho's kind of score once and then defend the entire rest of the game, it was defend the entire game then focus on the counterattack. I feel like with this squad, the Mourinho defense could have been great. I want to know how much a game scored ball is, because they're selling them right now. Hang on, don't leave. Oh, it went away. Socho.com. No, never mind. Socios with an S. Sochos. Whatever the hell it is. I just want to see how much these games are. Creator of fan tokens. What is a fan token? Oh, it's a crypto. Ugh. I mean, I don't know. Is it my cryptocurrency awards? What about sports teams? Oh. But yeah, this, I feel like Juric's whole strategy is right now it's 73 to 27%. They just revealed that stat on the game, and it is really, it feels like it. I mean, possession was kind of always has been this year at least, it's been Roma's kind of strong suit, except for against Juventus. Juventus was mainly an entirely defensive game, and after that game, I still don't understand why they fight the league leaders at the time. They were on a 3-0 in two games. They were 6-0 in two games, and they came out with a 0-0 draw. That's not a terrible start. I mean, yeah, you can't lose to Empoli, but Empoli right now is number 4 or number 3 or 5. Even still, they're in the top of the league. Anyway, but back to what I was saying. The possession's never been Roma's problem. It's I guess it's maintenance. It's score maintenance. So now Dovbyk gives it back to. I see what he's trying to do, but it was a little bit too reaching. So I mean, Roma signs Mario Hermoso and Mats Hummels, who are both defenders. So I don't understand what was the. Nobody understands. No Roma fan understands what happened. Not even the players understand what happened. And Hummels like posted like an Instagram or something that says like crazy game, and it is a crazy game. It's a you never know what's gonna happen. There's no such thing as job security. Hmm. And I can't see anything. Let me see. Docs. Chat. Chat, is this real? What the hell? Chat, am I cooked? Oh my goodness. What the hell is going on with my this doc? Anyway. Or Roma fans win. Roma fans win when the team wins. That's what it says on the banner on the side. Roma fans win when the team wins. Let me see. Do you have any chats? Any chats? Anybody in the chat? No? Okay. Oh, I have 4 views. Thank you for viewing. Yeah. Anyway. 1-0 is a good start. So we can come to here and edit this because they don't have 11 points. Now they only have 10 points. Control save. And now that brings Roma up to, I think they have, what is it, 6 points now? With maybe a -2 goal differential. So we're not even in the top 10 still. We're probably at like 13, 14. Oh, I love you too. He's great. Ederson is having a stinker. Trossard was sent off. Leandro Trossard for Arsenal was sent off. Double yellow card send off. Rodri injured. Substituted. Ederson's having a 5.9 out of a 10.0 game. That is horrible. And the average is about like a 6.5. You start the game off with a 6.5. He's at a 5.9. My goodness. Trossard was booked for time wasting and he fouled earlier. You can't do that when you're on a yellow card. You can't afford a time wasting. That's crazy. That is crazy. I mean, I'm not goofing here. It's crazy. 27:41. So my phone is 40 seconds ahead of the live. So I kind of gotta keep this down. 72-28. It has been all Roma possession, and now Mancini sends it in. I mean, I already saw the time. There's no scoring quite yet, but I don't want to look anymore. No more phone. If we have to look at the phone, we don't look at the phone. So a throw in for Roma. This is about the time when I saw it. 27:37. I saw it 27:40 something. So head back, but there's nobody right there. Oh my goodness! Dovbyk could have had a second. He could have had a second. He just overshot it. It was a header, and it was settled down by who? Who did that? Silly goose? Oh, I don't have who the captain is on my things. I mean, is that important of a stat? I don't think so. To know who the captain is. Who's already booked? I do have to know that though, because I do have to update that. Let's see. Am I too close to the camera right now? Am I close to the camera? Oh, I'm not even updating the. Silly me. That's my bad. That's totally my bad. There's nobody else's bad it could be. It's totally my bad. I just am not even, am I even, chat, am I even here? Who got the assist? Was there any assist? I don't, no, it was not. Was there assist? Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. El Shaarawy with an assist? And then Lorenzo Luca with the yellow card.
Loves to play with that out-and-out striker, that focal point. Udinese playing dangerously at the moment. It's given away far too easily. And they were exposed.
Yeah, it's like 40 seconds ahead of my stream. I don't know why. It's supposed to be a live stream, and you're delayed on what I'm watching. I mean, I made a private unlisted video, or a private stream, where I basically like, oh my gosh, Svilar Stinker.
Well, we have reached the half-hour mark, which means that the protest of the Curva Sud is over, and the Roma Ultras have made their way inside the Stadio Olimpico, and it's noticeable immediately from an acoustic point of view because the noise has increased.
So it was a 30-minute protest against the firing of De Rossi, which I can understand. You know, I'm pretty sure anybody who understands the sport can understand. 4 games into a 38-game season, and you fire your coach that you signed on to 3 years. Just seems like waste of money. Like, not only that, it just shows that there's no hope. There's no. I mean, resulting like having a like ending in 10th is not like, it's not the best that Roma can do, but it's not like yellow card for Pizzilli. It's not the worst thing that you can do for. Like, you could get relegated in your first season as a coach, and then you need like, you kind of have to do the back half of the season, but you at least give some time. Like 4 games is, I don't know. But now all the Roma fans are back in the stadium. It is louder. It is, you know, there are still some empty seats, but I think that's just because of the matchup. It's not a reflection of the actual game or the team or like the protest. Could be, but some might be waiting the entire half. Some, I don't know, but it is what it is. Nothing really we can do. Oh.
Free allows play on, but you just wonder how many chances Luka's going to have. It might not be a free kick by Luka, but Mancini's crafty and experienced enough to know that every challenge, those sort of ways, going to go down. Luka.
It's a foul.
The challenge and raises a knee as well. It's clumsy from the striker.
But, I mean, it's very possible that Lorenzo Luca commits another foul and gets sent off, which would be fantastic. First game, we get a red card and a goal with a win. I mean, not a lot much more you can ask for. Oh, my gosh. I mean, for the number 3 right now in Serie A to be losing 1-0 to a team that's placed 16th at the start of the game, it's pretty good. Lorenzo Luca's doing a high press, and with the way Svilar's been playing, I don't like it.
Of the Roma board, Roma directors, including of course Lina, Souloukou, who resigned earlier on today about dismissing Daniele De Rossi.
You know what? The more I think about it, she was the CEO or like chief of administration, which is, that's what they said on the Roma thing. But like the Roma fan, like the American, the English speaking Roma fans posted on that she was the CEO, so I just rolled with that. Um, but the more I think about it, the more I'm like, you know what? Maybe she was against the firing of De Rossi, and she said maybe he needs a little bit more time and ownership, and the higher ups said, you know what? No, three 3 points in 4 games. Three points in 4 games is an abysmal start. That's not okay. Like,
renew a contract for 3 years and then just 4 games into a season.
I think Angelina's offside there, but play continues to go on.
He's picked out the right pass and it's
Yeah, it's offside. Chelik had a good strike on it, but it was offside. It was a good hit. It was a good hit. Just couldn't get the aim on it. I think she stood with De Rossi, and then they basically told her, "Look, you either support the current, you either support the decision, or you leave." And I think she left. I don't know if it was, I don't know if they fired her or if she left, but I think I think there was a few arguments in the Roma center about the firing of him. But I said I wasn't going to talk about him anymore. I mean, it's big news. It's big news. It's like unheard of for a coach to be fired after signing 3 years and then only 4 games in. Like, if he signed a 3-year deal and they lost all 4, then that's more understandable. But I mean, winless in your first 4 does suck, but it's not like he didn't win any games at all. Like, he won a couple games last year, and he took them in the Europa League very far. Yeah, the firing of Mourinho was very argumentative, and I think, but like everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and a lot of people think that firing De Rossi and Mourinho, firing Mourinho first was like the snowball that led to all this, but Roma has had 13 different coaches in the last like 5 years, something like that, some ridiculous stat line where I think nobody can stay, and it's not like Roma's a middle of the table bottom tier team. They're a big club. You know, they made it to the Champions League a number of times. They made it to a Champions League final where, I mean, they got about as manhandled as the Patriots did the other day, but it's still, it's proved that they're not like nobody. And Pellegrini sends it over. There's been a lot of talk about Pellegrini leaving too, which I'm not gonna say I'm gonna feel terrible about, but it's not a. I mean, do you keep the 32-year-old or do you develop the 26-year-old? I feel you develop the 26-year-old, and you have Baldanzi, who's 20, 21. I think he's younger than me. You have Baldanzi, who can absolutely play, and he's at that level right now where he definitely could give Pellegrini a run for his money in terms of starting. So the question comes in, do you let the 30-year-old leave and go somewhere else and develop your youth, or do you keep him to develop under, to learn under these conditions? The problem is Pellegrini's not really doing anything that's the absolute greatest in, for the team. He's been pretty unproductive this season. He wasn't starting very often under De Rossi, and now he's starting again for Juric, but I think that's just because he's the club captain. Mancini could have been the club captain as well. Indica draws a foul and gives a little extra shove, but foul taken quickly. But but it's called back. So what? I wonder what this is. Oh, it's a. And those are kind of like, this was football. Those would be offsetting penalties. It's like Souloukou used his hands, but Indica was kind of hugging him to the ground, but goes Roma's way and it gets called back. So interesting.
Dybala's gone down and he looks to have just turned his ankle there. This could be a really nasty injury.
It's a yellow card for some Christensen. I was gonna say some Dutch player, Nordic player.
Look at this again. Yes, just steps on his foot there.
Oof. Like a full-on like clamp on the.
Very painful one. It's a dangerous one as well. Dybala, who's no stranger to injuries.
If he wasn't like as injury prone as he is,
Roma.
he's kind of like Christian McCaffrey. If you're gonna put him in NFL terms, like he's very much like Christian McCaffrey. He was on a great team for a while, and then but just injury after injury after injury after the decade was over, after the winning seasons were over. He kind of just got injured way too often, and now he's at a different team. Hilariously, a red and gold team. And he's having a great time here, but he's still injury prone. Like McCaffrey right now is not playing. That's not a foul. That's a good tackle. But this like McCaffrey's not playing today, and he might be out next week against the Patriots. So be sure you watch that on whatever you can. If you can watch it. But
risk those long switches of play. 5 more minutes to go in the first half. Roma 1, Udinese 0. Thanks to the big second goal of the season. Pellegrini,
Dybala for a corner. I didn't say anything. It just said Dybala. I have fun, don't I? Yes, I do. Oh, you're on. You are? Oh, look at you. I can't see the chat because for some reason my chat dock is just in the middle of freaking nowhere. Can I like inspect? Can I like move it to a specific place? Like I can't move this thing. There it is. Alright, let's dock it right here.
Short passing. Udinese who were coming forwards here with Tova. Back to Kalinkan. Dika deals with it, and Sharawi with a little bit of space to operate in. Dybala. Now Pizzilli. No foul.
Fortunately, a good tackle.
Tova.
But I think this is something that
Tova. Still Tova.
Roma worked on, is getting numbers behind the ball. With the Rossi, there was a lot of. I'm not going to talk about the firing. I'm just talking about the different coaching styles. I think that's something that Juric is pushing harder, is to keep numbers behind. Oh, you like the setup? Thank you. Thank you, babe. I love you. Let's see. What have we got today? What have we got today?
A lot of Celik there, Dika, but Christensen has lost the ball to Zeki Celik. And is it able to win it back? Luka.
Give it a foul. It's fine.
Of the Udinese striker who glares in the direction of Luciani. Say he hadn't had much go his way there, Luka.
Banana, 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 my gosh, I'm like totally not paying attention to the game. Udinese has a cool logo. It does have a cool logo, yeah. The gold, I like the gold around the border. It's It is the other team, but you know I can acknowledge good design when when it's I can acknowledge a good design when I see it. Let's see. We have
To make out where I am. Cavaselli.
and then
Koya. Viol. Tovar. Very useful turn by Tovar. He's not going to get the free kick on that occasion. Bizili. Bizili looking for Topic. Pellegrini.
okay. Reset of play. I'm completely not paying attention.
Narrow. Comes inside El Shaarawy.
Good hit, but just wasn't
That's easy for
on target enough. It was a good curling ball in.
That's where you just feel that Roma need to stretch the Udinese defence a little bit more.
Udinese does have a really cool logo. I mean, Roma's is nice. It's not. Roma's is good, but it is a lot cooler, I would say, in terms of like the style. No, El Shaarawy made a good run, but he just couldn't find that last pass. He wasn't on the same page as Dybala and Dovbyk. Is that turf? Is that AstroTurf? I didn't know it was AstroTurf. I thought it was grass. Pellegrini really almost took somebody out. Let me go here.
Bit of an apology there from the Roma captain.
Oh, I forgot to update the score on the stupid thing. Oh my goodness.
Lina takes the touch.
Golly. Chat, am I cooked? Babe, am I cooked? So that's the half. The boos are crazy. Boos are crazy at this point in time. You're gonna boo the guy that that's winning a game right now. I mean, I get why. I just don't agree with it. You know, like they're winning right now. What are you booing? Who are you booing? Who are you booing? So welcome to the half. Let's take a look around Europe and see what's going on. Let me just mute this. So let's just talk about a little bit what's going on right now. So Roma's currently up in the first game with the new head coach, Juric. There's been a lot of protests on the Roma fan side of things. It just really seems like nothing's going right for Roma, except for the actual game. A lot of the fans are unhappy with the firing of Rossi. Yes, halftime. Half. It's super delayed. You might be texting that while you're seeing this. Like if I say this right now, you're going to see it maybe in 30 seconds or something. What was I saying? I was saying something about the fans are unhappy. Point is, fans are unhappy because nobody understands why Rossi was fired in the first place. I don't disagree. I think it's very unfair to remove a coach after only having this much time with the team. Players signed for Rossi. Didn't sign for Roma. They signed for the coach. And now that he's no longer there, it's just a lot of these players don't have they might request a transfer. I mean, these guys signed multiple year deals, and they might want to say, I signed up to play with this coach. I didn't sign up to play with Juric. I wanted to play with Rossi. I didn't want to play with Juric. But if you win games and the results come, then I don't know what the fans are upset about. I mean, the whole goal is to win. This might be a temporary fix for Roma. Might win a couple games here, might win a couple games there, but I know a lot of fans wanted to see the progress and the potential that the Rossi soccer, like the game that he could have played with them. A lot of fans loved what they were seeing. A lot of possession, drawing at a do not like. I lost my train of thought because I saw the ad for a. I hate voting season. I hate voting season. I'm just seeing ads for voting against a proposition or like all this stuff. I don't even know what this is. I don't know what this is. But I can understand why that's like why fans are upset. They wanted to see the long-term effects, not just the short-term win. Soccer ball, yes, babe. I guess one thing that I am seeing is that it looks a lot cleaner in some sense. Voting is right around the corner. You're right. Voting is right around the corner. If you're in the U.S., go vote. My girlfriend is very passionate about politics and the beliefs. Ain't that right, babe? Wait a minute. Wait about 30 seconds. She'll respond. But up next on Serie A is Inter and Milan, which you can see is right here. This is the Derby della Madonnina. It's the two Milan teams that play in the same stadium. They're playing at 11:45 Pacific Standard Time, which is where I am. So in about an hour 45 minutes, we're gonna see that. Damn, is there really like? So they're gonna end this in about 8 minutes. 8 minutes, 9 minutes, maybe even 10. And then it's gonna be like a 45-minute half, and then it's gonna be another hour until the game. That's a long time to wait. Let's see. I'm gonna turn on the other game on my phone because I want to watch it. Or I can kind of do a what's it called? I can do a little announcing for this one, even though it's not the game I'm covering. It's this one that right up. Dang it! You see something and you always forget it's the reflection. So right here, Manchester City and Arsenal. It's still 2-1. The NFL is on in 7 minutes. I do like the NFL, but none of my teams are playing. Niners aren't playing. The Lions might be playing. Chargers are playing sometime. I don't know. Is that Kovacic? I thought he was sent out. Not sent off. He just sent out. Oh, we got subbed in for somebody. That's what it is. We got subbed in. So pretty much all the people on the TV right now for the Roma game is just talking about the next game, which is. I mean, I feel like there's a lot more drama in this game than the next one, but oh well. And in the next game, I'll send my prediction right now. I feel like it will be. I feel like it's going to be a 3-1 Inter win. 3-1. I feel like, Milan has scored before and they won a game, but they just came off of a 3-1 loss to Liverpool, and I think Inter has the same amount of. Was there a guy that just like? Oh, who is it? I think it's the coach of. Love you too. Come back. I love you. Not come back like come back like just. I will see you later. I think Milan is going to lose because the coach of Milan is coming right onto the TV. Milan is the red and black, the rossoneri, and the nerazzurri are is Inter. I think Inter is they're just a stronger team, and you can see that in the table. Oh, Doku wins the ball and takes it out for a City corner to try and win back the take back a point. Corner taken quickly. Gundogan sends it in, and it's... Oh, is it? Another corner. I think it was De Bruyne that had to get sent off. Not sent off. That had to come off for injury, and Kovacic is in for that. It's crazy because Kovacic and Havertz, both playing for City and Arsenal respectively, are both having, pretty good seasons, but they were just... Kovacic, I don't know why Chelsea released him. He was a great player. He's proven time and time again that he's a great player. And now with just higher quality players at his feet, Kyle Walker with a strike and it's batted away. It's a good save. I mean, City's in an all-out attack right now, and Arsenal's in an all-out defense. It's there's sports really, like, most of them are very intellectual. I mean, tennis, very intellectual game. Soccer, very intellectual game. It's a lot, like, it's live chess. There's different pieces moving at the same time. Football, it's very chess match. Ping pong, I'm pretty sure, is the same. Table tennis. Track and field is a little bit less of a chess match and more of just an all-out, those physique stuff. And that, I think that goes the same with, like, basketball. Basketball is a little bit of both. I'm not the biggest basketball person, but my girlfriend is now a Laker girl, and she's gonna kind of laugh her ass off when she hears that I told the one viewer, which is her, about that. She's a Laker girl, and I'm going, or I want to go to Lakers and Suns, and I think she's getting me, she's hooking me up. Another corner quickly taken for City, crossed in, good deflection. It's sent over the bar. Oh my goodness, Bernardo Silva. Oh my goodness. It is so early. I mean, I was up so early, is what I should be saying. There's still 30 minutes to play in this game down below, this game in Manchester. There's still 30 minutes to go, and it seems like it's a last-ditch effort. City is just in an all-out offense that usually you see when there's like 5 minutes left in the game, 3 minutes left in the game. I mean, I'm surprised Ederson isn't up playing for the header. I mean, that's the kind of vibe that this is getting right now. It's like there's still 30 minutes left, and it seems like they're just panicking. Not panicking, but they're running around like headless chickens. It's just like, well planned headless chickens, but I think City's on a no-loss streak right now, and I think losing to Arsenal would be a huge blow and a huge win for Arsenal. I have a couple Arsenal friends, like Arsenal fan friends. Shout out Chase, and I think Gus is an Arsenal fan too. Maybe Harry too. Shout out those guys. Shout out my buddies, my soccer buddies who are Arsenal fans. I know Mark is an Arsenal fan too. I wonder what he's up to. I haven't seen him in a while. But me, I'm not gonna say like I'm not a huge Arsenal person. I like the Italian players that play for these teams, and the more Italian players you have on your team, the more likely I'm gonna cheer you on. And it doesn't go the same for the American players. Like Milan has a lot of American players, or English speaking. Kalulu, English speaking. Loftus-Cheek, English speaking. Pulisic, American. There's a Yunus Musa, American. Good strike, but deflected out for another City corner. There's been 3 corners since maybe even 4 since I turned on the TV. But we can look at the like right now the stats for the Roma game just popped up. 66% possession rate for Roma, 8 shots, 4 on target, 1 goal, 6 fouls committed. Same by Udinese, and 1 corner only to Roma. We are about to come back. It is 10 a.m. Football is starting. American football is kicking off right now. I don't know who's playing right now, but maybe I'll go watch that once this game is over. Oh, it's a good hit. It's a good save by Raya. I got a buzz. Who buzzed? Who buzzed? I think it's my Outlook. I do have to do some homework after this, so I'm gonna have to do that because I'm gonna be busy all day. I just have to do like a reflection and maybe like ask about some really quick stuff. I mean, it's not like it's gonna be that hard. What do you think about the beard? I've gotten a lot of compliments on it, but I want to shave it. It itches. It's a pain, and it's like I don't have like a setting, so I can't like get rid of some of the straggly bits. I can like kind of like hedge cut it, cut all the loose parts, but I can't do it all the same size. Kyle Walker with a cross in and trying to get it to Holland, but he can't get it. Calafiori just stands his ground and. Oh, Abdul. No, I thought that was Abdul Hamid. I can't see I can't see the screen very well. I forgot we were not wearing. I mean, we don't even have a pink kit. I don't know where I thought that. But Davis looks to be getting ready for Udinese, so we can look for a change right when the half comes back. So far, I mean, I know the fans are really upset with the Roma offense. Not the Roma offense, the Roma, office. That's what I was trying to say. Just for the poor decision to fire the Rossi. But as of right now, it looks to be, I'm not gonna say paying off because it's way too early to know. But then again, it was way too early to fire him to know if the De Rossi era was gonna work itself out. I mean, we didn't even get to play in a Europa League game yet. Europa League starts in this week. But anyway, we're starting to come back here. All the players are lining up in the tunnel. I heard rumor that Abdul Hamid was going to play for Roma. Gonna at least appear for his first Serie A appearance. The signing from Saudi Arabia, the Saudi Arabian national. He had a great off international season. Not season, but international break. He had a great solo run. Manu Kone might appear too. Maybe we'll see some Mario Hermoso. Maybe we'll see some Hummels. I don't think so, but maybe we'll see some Hermoso. Maybe we'll see some Abdul Hamid. Maybe we'll see some Baldanzi if he's not out. So let's see. What are the changes for? There is going to be a substitution for Udinese. I think it's going to be Lorenzo Luca, or whatever his name is. Poor kid. It is going to be Lorenzo Luca substituted for Davis for Udinese, and that is a substitution. I'm going to turn off this game because 65th minute, I think they're on a cooling break. And the Roma game is going to kick off for part 2. I'm just going to have football on. I'm going to have football on. Who cares? I'm going to have I wonder who's playing, but no thanks. Vikings and Texans. That's a Tex. Yeah, I said that right. And we are about to kick off. So here is the wherever that is. There it is. first. And we're kicking off. Oh my gosh, they're trying to kick off, but they're not doing it. Oh, they needed the captain. Chicago Bears, Indianapolis Colts. That would be a good game to watch for the NFL. Packers and Titans could be something. Broncos Buccaneers. That's going to be a blowout. Giants and Browns. I think Browns are going to win that one. But right now, I don't think that these games are all that interesting. It just seems like a. Oh, there's Chargers and Steelers on right now, but and Eagles Saints, but I can't watch either of those because of the stupid location restrictions. So no substitutions for Roma after the break. Keep the same starting lineup where Udinese made one change. Lina Souloukou comes off for Davis, and he gets his first touch right now. And I'm going to watch multiple games at once. I want to watch a lot of games at once, actually. Shoot. Pellegrini gets, taken down. And what games do I want to watch? I mean, I know which games I want to watch, but I want to watch, 2 games. Can I, pick which 2 games? I don't want to... Okay. No, I can watch these 4 games, turn down the volume, and just enjoy. Actually. What, do I have to, confirm my... I didn't click on this one. I clicked on the multi-view, but okay. I want to watch a multi-view. Here it is. Okay. Oh my gosh. Hefty win by... Penalty for Roma! Ale, 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 ale! Paulo Dybala wins the penalty after a good run, after good strength from Dovbyk, and Dovbyk really just manhandled whoever the hell that was. I think it was Christensen. Ooh, I think it might come back though. Yeah, he's convinced. So it's a penalty for Roma. It's going to be 2-0 for the first time this season after 4 games. With a new coach, 2-0. I feel like a lot of the fans are going to be really pissed off about it, but there's not anything else to do. It's a check in progress, but I mean... But I think the referee's he has his heart set on it, and Dybala's going to take... And it's just a steamer. It's a steamer. It's a goal. 2 goals in a Serie A game. It means that they are now cruising against Udinese. It is 2-0 under the Ivan Juric era. First time this season. Paulo Dybala gets a penalty goal. And now 2-0 is just... I mean, the fans can't complain that much. Winning 2-0 against a top 3 team it's not an easy task. I mean, Udinese itself is not a top tier quality. We've only played 4 games, now 5, and only 1 against a big team. Empoli right now is, a top 5, but we have no idea what it's going to look like in the long run. This could be against a lower tier squad. This could be the thing. And now, Kamara's on the thing, trying to get a back heel flick from Tovan, but could not get it back. Well, let's see. So Minnesota scores a touchdown through Justin Jefferson. I could have taken him for a touchdown. I would have won 15 bucks. Damn. Houston is down in the opening 5 minutes, and if you know anything about the NFL, you know that Houston is a team that's not to be reckoned with. They're a really good team, but Justin Jefferson just manhandles the corner. Speaking of corner, oh, he's offside. Dolphins offside, but I think it will be called back for offside, but there it is. There's the whistle. No goal. Right in front of goal. Ball's there. Could not score. Could not put it in the net. But it wouldn't have counted anyways. It is offside. But it's a good ball in from. It's a good ball in from El Shaarawy to Cristante, but it's a good save in the end from Okoye. And then Dovbyk was just offside for the recovery. Wow. How is it possible that all 4 games that I'm watching on in football are on a commercial? 4 games. You know how rare that is? It's ridiculous. So the Broncos are also up. Broncos are up 7 against who are they against? Who are they playing? It's a good team, right? Yeah, the Bucks. Good team. It's a decent team. Yeah, and the Vikings are up against the Texans. I think the Browns are up against who is it? The Giants. And somebody just I think it was the Giants that punted, but yeah. And Dika sends it up for El Shaarawy, who good touch. Tries to get it to who? Angelino? Yeah, tried to get it to Angelino, but couldn't solidify it. Broncos are up against the Bucks. I already said this, but Baker Mayfield is gonna get. I think is gonna be his first touch on the ball. And then the Browns are up against the Giants, and Udinese is on the counterattack in our game. That's a foul. And oh, the Chicago Bears went for a field goal and they missed. So Anthony Richardson and the Colts take over. Wherever they kick from. I think that one's gonna be the most interesting game out of the 3. I mean, Vikings and Texans, good game. Chicago Indy, entertaining game, but I mean, get to see Caleb Williams, who's first year rookie quarterback and Anthony Richardson, who's in the 2nd year after coming off of an injury, and the free kick from Udinese is deflected away. And now the counterattack is on. El Shaarawy on the ball. In the run. And Roma has numbers, but can they come out the pass? Can they find the pass? You can't. Can't find the pass. Davis got a foot to the cross, but it was just wasn't the best touch to get it into the goal. He got like the ankle inner shin area, so couldn't exactly get the best control. And that's just a rocket. You can be the best keeper in the world. That's a laser beam. You're not touching that. Socios.com collectibles. I'm gonna go look that up because I want to see how much they're selling these balls for. Okay.
Roma have come out a little bit more bite to their play in this second half. 10 minutes into the restart, Roma.
Sports collectibles by Socios. Error establishing a connection. So is that like they don't work or doesn't work? Database error. That's why I didn't load because is it a scam? What is this? Did I just open up my thing to viruses? Probably, but it's okay. I wanted to see if I can like. Oh, you know what? I gotta shave this. I have to do it. I'm sorry, Isabella. This thing looks. I don't like it. I'll keep the mustache, but I'm not. I mean, I'm laughing because there is a photo of me with a mustache and a cowboy hat on, and it looks very. I look very country. I look very Western. But like, I have a good jawline. The beard is kind of like softening that. I mean, it makes me look older, but also makes me look like I belong in like. I've been watching Lord of the Rings, so I'm gonna say Lord of the Rings. So also Udinese is down. I forgot to change the goal difference because they are not +3 or +1 at this point. And now Roma might actually be in the top 10. They might be in the top 10. Let me see. Are they in the top 10? Arsenal and Man City are still at 2-1, and Udinese takes a shot, and I don't know who it was on Udinese, but he took a shot, and it was soaring over, but it was a shot. Let me see. Let me see the standings. Roma are now 8th in Serie A with their first win. They go from 17th to 8th. That just goes to show that it really doesn't matter what you do. Like in the beginning, this could have been a game that Rossi had won, but guess we'll never know. And now Dybala's on the ball, tries to get a cross in, but it's deflected and it's easy for Okoye to collect. Throws it back out to get the play up and rolling again. Wow. So Roma is just 1 point down. I mean, a maximum. Like, Roma is 1 point down from Lazio, who are their bitter rivals. And right now we're at +1 on goal difference. 3 goals conceded. 3 goals conceded, 4 goals scored. Wow. And Celik wins it back, gets a cross in, and it's just not. It's too high for Dovbyk to get full control of, but it's won back by Roma. Pizzilli gets tackled, and now the counterattack is on. It's 3v3, and
very quick. Hassan Kamara. Davis in the middle. Kamara waits for support. Now Tova.
it's a bad clearance, and it's a shot, and it's over the bar. All right. Udinese are now. They are tied with Napoli. And you know what? I can just update this by moving everybody down 1, right? Did I save that? I'm going to say I saved it. So now Roma are 8th. Roma are 8th with 5 goals played. I think they're going to win this game. If they give up this much of a lead, I think it's just... They deserve to be last place. Yeah, 6 points. We have 6 points, but we want to change the color. Atalanta moves down. Verona moves down. Atalanta currently in the Champions League. So Nicolo Pizzilli comes off for the return of Paredes. Roma, Roma, Roma. And now Roma are where they belong, in the top. Tippity top, top, top. Tippity, tippity, top, top, top. Oh, Atalanta's only on 4 games played. So, yeah, 1 win, 5 points. And then who comes off? Sostituzione per noi.
On to Dybala.
Nicola Pisilli. And now everything should be updated. Sorry, I was really close to the camera. That's a horrifying picture. Please don't clip that. Anybody who's watching, don't clip it.
As well. Cup winner with Argentina, Leandro Paredes, but he's lost his place in the Roma starting 11 to an up-and-coming youngster.
I mean, I heard this from my high school coach all the time in terms of, when talking about, young guys versus veterans. You play the younger guy because the more experience they have, the better it is. But, I mean, in high school, it's a little different because they only play for 4 years. And
That game against Empoli when he was guilty.
I mean, I think that was just a nice way of saying you suck when I got told that. So,
To score the second goal, by
Um,
losing the ball and then by conceding the penalty.
Mancini sends it up for Celik.
Juric. Puts it into space, but there's no one there.
Christensen heads it out for a Roma throw-in.
Followed up.
And it very well could be 3-0 on the first game of Ivan Juric's career. Not his career, his first time at a Roma career. Also, just want to point out, these are not the jerseys, it's just what the traditional colors are. So for Udinese, it's black and white, but today they're wearing pink. And for Roma, they usually wear red and gold or orange, if you choose to say orange. Actually, it's yellow now. I gotta change that. I mean, it's more yellow than it used to be, at least. The stroke, this yellow. Okay. Yes, that looks much better. Much easier on the eyes. Then like that orange was just, these are the traditional colors of both the teams. But today they're both wearing their third kits.
On the move, here he is.
Dovbik on the ball. Gives it to Dybala, who kind of gets dispossessed and does.
Good play.
Ball sent up for what's his name? I don't remember his name.
Held back by
Davis.
Indika, and both of them come
Oh,
together here.
Indika and Davis having a little spat on the field.
Has to be a yellow card for Evan Indika.
Will it be a yellow card? Come on, man. I can't update all this too much. No card. But there is going to be a substitution for Udinese.
Away side.
It is Enkenclap.
Makes way. Sandy Lovrich coming on.
Eklenkamp. And the second one. I did not know there was going to be two.
Placed by
And who is it? Hassan. Where the hell is he? Where did he play? Did I just not have the right lineup? Oh my goodness, I didn't have the right lineup. No, I had the right lineup. Oh, I got the backs put off, but who got substituted?
side given against Keenan Davis.
Anyway, there is another substitution. I don't remember who. I think it was Izzy Boy.
Dika.
So that's the one I'm going to go with. Or is it? No, it's Cabasele.
Dybala.
Dybala on the ball tries to get it to Pellegrini, and he does.
Creative. The way he moved it on to El Shaarawy.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for the confirmation on that. Should be coming up soon, but it's fine.
Roma still keen to push on. Happy to just.
Whoa, I just got the chills. It's cold in this house. It's cold out in Southern California. I mean, we've had a couple hot days. I really hope the AC's not on.
Threat of Roma on the counter-attack if they start throwing caution to the wind here. Udinese speed up.
Vila tries to get it to Dovbik, but it's deflected, but recovered by, who was that? Dybala, maybe? Yeah. And Roma continues to maintain possession. Oh, and we have an interception thrown by Baker Mayfield on the Buccaneers. Just as an additional thing. Dybala. Dybala takes it himself. Oof. Oh, and now it's... Oh my goodness. There's no defense. There's no defenders. And now Roma gets numbers behind, but is it going to be enough? Good save. Good save by Svilar. Oh my gosh, the counterattack. There was nobody behind the ball. It was literally just... There were two at Udinese players. If you just passed it, you would have had him on. Oh, it's a great shot, but it's an even better save by Milis Vilar. Go Niners, woo! Niners are later, babe. But yes, go Niners. Niners are at 1. So now we have a corner for Udinese. Roma has only made 1 change, and Udinese has made 3 in the 66 minutes played. Oh, and it's dispossessed, and now Roma are on the counterattack. Cristante is on the run.
Counter-attack is on. It's a 3v2 for Roma. Cristante past Ezibwe.
Oh, Ezibwe.
Well defended.
And now it's a good... She's back! She is back! Hi, baby! I mean, Cristante kind of... He gets dispossessed. He's too slow. But Dybala was just here, and he just couldn't get it. And it was just really good defense by Udinese, and I think that's why they're up so much. And there's no defense, and it really is a 2v1, or it could have been. And ball was played. It was played right, but it just. It's just. He goes near post, and it's a good save by Svilar. It's a really necessary save by Svilar. Pellegrini was down, but he's gonna be. I think he's gonna be coming off for Baldanzi. He will be. Lorenzo Pellegrini comes off for Baldanzi, who has been in talks of leaving. But now comes on Baldanzi. I don't remember his first name. Yeah, he kind of got ran into. It's unfair. So Pellegrini comes off, and now let me see the first letter. What's the first letter? What's the first letter? Tommaso Baldanzi. It's Tommy B. You know, if he changes his name to, if he changes his number to 12, Baldanzi. Yeah, baby, Baldanzi. That's actually the closest that you can pronounce it. That's the best way to pronounce it, Baldanzi. You don't have to say the z. You go Baldanzi. It's Baldanzi. It's good. Yes, baby. Go, my Laker girl, go. It's the second time I mentioned that in this stream, by the way. So if anybody watches this, then they know too. So, football. I like football. I like both footballs.
7 goals this season have been scored in the second half. 3 of them.
That song from Shrek 2. It's a good movie. I want to watch that movie again. Isabella, you down to watch the Shrek series, just 1 through 3, maybe just 1 and 2, because you know the 3rd and the 4th one suck. And even the 5th one, I think they came out with a 5th one, but they're all bad. You want to watch the Shrek movies? We have about like 15 seconds, 30 seconds, maybe. We'll see.
A harsh reception and was booed off the pitch by a contingent of the Roma fans as well.
Down. Perfect.
Also
Let's do it. Dybala's on the ball. Moving up. Dovbyk. It's a handball, but he's on. And it's 3! It's Baldanzi. It's not Dybala. 3-0! Tommaso Baldanzi! It's a great goal from Baldanzi. It's a great goal. He scores his first goal. It is 3-0, and it means so much to him. The whole team comes around in support. The Italian superstar is taking this Roma team to the next level. They are moved up, top 8, pretty much confirmed at this point. Forza Roma, baby, Forza Roma. And it's Baldanzi with the goal. It's a great finish. There was a handball, so it would have been a penalty anyways. It just really was well played. And it is a Dovbyk assist, I believe, as well. So I also have to credit him with that. Dovbyk with a goal and an assist on his second, game of scoring. He gets the goal and the assist. It's good. It's good play. And now we might be on for a fourth. 4-0 after changing coaches is a huge statement. 3-0 even is a big statement after the coaching change. And I don't think the fans have anything to complain about at this moment. And I think the Rossi as well is kind of wishing he had stayed another little bit, but it is what it is. Can't go back and change the past. Can't hire him back right now, especially after this result. 3-0 is huge, especially against a team that is top 3. I also have to change their goal differential down to 0. 0 goals scored, or the even amount of goals scored and conceded. And Paredes tries to go for a 1-2 with himself, and the defender sends it over. But this is a offensive masterclass from Roma. It is something, the culture changes, and I think the players are going to start to believe, and I think their fans will too. Oh my goodness. And these games are really like upsets right now. The Giants scored their first touchdown of the NFL season in week 3. Good for them. Or not the first touchdown, but Paredes and Dybala were trying to make a little link up. And now the counterattack is on. Who is that? Tovan just gets dispossessed, and it's a great tackle. And there's Mats Hummels and Matthias Soulé warming up. Might come on for the last 20 minutes, 10 minutes. 80th minute substitution, kind of get their legs warmed up, give them a little experience of Serie A. Oh, and now comes Dybala. Now comes Dybala. 1v2. But it's straight to the goalkeeper. It's not gonna go for anything. It was a 1v2, really a 1v3 in the end. And now comes more substitutions for Udinese. Toure comes on for Cabasele, so he actually was. So it was. Who was it? Who was substituted? And Tovin comes off. Cabasele comes. So who was substituted? Kamara. Oh, that explains it. So that should be all 5, right? That should be all 5 substitutions. Yes. So Kabasele, Kamara, Eklenkamp, Tovin, and Luca all come off for Udinese in their currently 3-0 loss, and Dovbyk with a goal and an assist with his best appearance in Serie A so far. Udinese is out of substitution, so if they get an injury, they might have to go down to 10. So I don't think Roma's going to make any changes quite yet. They might make some in maybe 5 minutes, but as of right now, there is no. Svilar protects a corner and sends it back for Angelino. This team is really starting to come together. I mean, I don't want to blame, like, I don't want to give all the credit to what the hell's the coach now? Juric. It's still getting used to it. This could be just a poor display from Udinese. It could be them on an off day. You never know. I mean, it could have been that the team wasn't exactly as warmed up as they could have been for this game. For the games prior, for the first 4 under Rossi, it could have been just, they need a little bit more time. There was also an international break too. I don't understand. Like, nobody understands what the Roma team was doing. The Roma office was doing in that, like, in their decision, because there was an international break. There was only 4 games played that were separated by like a week of everybody playing apart. And yes, you had the off season to work together, but you also had international tournaments too that took away from that training time. Teams like Udinese, Empoli, like some of these like middle of the table teams had enough time to prepare because they don't have any players going international. Dovbyk was on international. Baldanzi international. Pellegrini maybe was called up. Mancini was called up. Indica was called up. Dybala, Paredes, everybody was called up for Roma for international break. Celik was called up for Turkey. All these players were called up, and they didn't get enough time together to fully train under the De Rossi era. And now now there's a new coach, and Roma doesn't look like they're going to concede any goals. I mean, they conceded what? There was a 0-0 tie to start off the game. Then there was the 3-1? No, 3-1. Then there was a 1-1 tie. No. Roma scored their first game. Let me see. What the hell? How am I not remembering the Roma past? So the matches, it was 0-0 Cagliari, then a loss at home, the home opener against Empoli. Then the 0-0 tie to Juve. Then the 1-1 draw to Genoa. And then he was fired. So, I mean, you could argue that you should have been scoring more goals. Cagliari is, I think, at the bottom of the table. Genoa also at the bottom of the table now. Genoa's at 15th right now. Cagliari is dead last with only 2 draws, which come from us and another probably going to be a Serie B team. Oh, I hate to see Monza that low. I can understand from an ownership standpoint, you can't win games if you only score 1 goal, or if you don't score any goals even. 2 goals were scored in 4 games, which from an ownership standpoint, you lose 1-2. You lose a 2-1, like you have a 2-1 loss. You have 2 draws. You score 3 goals overall. Baldanzi missed a good cross to Dybala. I think it was too high for Dybala to like really hit. They could go to 4. I mean, Roma could go to 4. It's very possible. I mean, what is the change? I think De Rossi I would love to compare De Rossi and Roma to the Patriots and Gerard Mayo. You know, a loyalty player, a player that's been with them the entire like their playing career the entire time. Gerard Mayo is the coach of the New England Patriots. He worked under Bill Belichick, who is the greatest football coach of all time. And even though De Rossi wasn't playing under one consistent coach, he still had a lot of input, and he knew what worked and he knew what didn't, especially from a player's perspective. Something that I truly believe in is if you understand what your players go through, you can help. You can better understand what they need, right? You can better understand what they like, how they want to play. Um, and that's what De Rossi brought. De Rossi said, you know what, you guys are like under Mourinho, who was the previous coach. You guys didn't really have enough creativity. There was no creativity. It was all defense. And Roma was one of the best defensive teams in Serie A. They conceded the least amount of goals. But they also didn't score enough. And you don't score enough, you don't really win all that many. Offense was kind of low. And in Mourinho, it was a lot more 1-0 wins than 4-0 wins, 3-0 wins, than dominating performances. Dovbyk off on the run, and I think he's onside. Dovbyk, it's no, the flag came up. He could have another goal. He was just a little early. Just that's the slightest bit too early. Yeah, he just mistimed it by like a fraction of a second.
Nothing wrong with the way he finishes it though.
It's a good chip.
Like a striker who's returning to full confidence now.
He was the top scorer in La Liga, and La Liga arguably is on par, if not the best league in Europe. And now we have two more changes for Roma. Cristante comes off.
Also booed by a contingent of the Roma fans, but he is substituted by Mats Hummels, one of the best.
Mats Hummels comes on. Finally. Damn, wait a minute. How is that even possible? I just saw Manu Kone. El Shaarawy comes off after a great performance.
At least that's what was announced by the speaker here. I think Mats Hummels has come on.
No, it's Mario Hermoso who comes on. No Mats Hummels.
Come on.
And then El Shaarawy and Dybala comes off after a masterclass of performance.
And Stefan El Shaarawy is going to be replaced by Souloukou.
So the substitutions are El Shaarawy, Cristante, and Dybala off for Souloukou, Kone, and Hermoso.
Come on.
And now comes Hermoso's first touch, and it's a deflection out of bounds. It's perfect. Perfect on the touchline. Let's see. Abdulhamid still has not come on. I would have hoped that he showed up, but Roma is out of substitutions.
To some of those fringe players.
Hopefully sometime soon. So Udinese seems to be in an attack right now to try and recover at least a goal.
Still trying to find a consolation goal here. Zemura. Alstra. Zemura again.
Cristante and Pellegrini were both booed as they exited the pitch, and it's unfortunate, but like Cristante had a stinker. Like, he was horrible. He had probably one of the worst games I've ever seen. Him and Pellegrini are just they're not the same quality as they were a couple years ago. Like Tammy Abraham, who's now at Milan, they probably would do better somewhere else. I don't know if Tammy is on loan or if he moved there permanently. But as of right now, I know that he was unfortunately a one-season wonder. So now Souloukou on the ball, trying to get an assist, and is allowed to move. I got in the way. Stinker. Yeah, you're right. Stinker. That's what they call it. That's what they call it. I'm just calling it as it is. So right now, player of the match. It should be Dovbyk. In my book, it should be Dovbyk. A goal and an assist is just. I mean, Dybala. I don't know how he has such a high thing. I mean, he made a lot of passes. He made a lot of tackles. I'm sure, but 2 shots on target, 1 off target, 3 dribble attempts, 1 successful, 1 penalty, 1, almost 50 touches, 49, and 86% pass accuracy, which is great. But he lost position 8 times, and he's Dovbyk on the other hand. He was offside twice, and I think if he wasn't so offside, he probably would be clear man of the match. He won 4 aerial duels out of 10, 1 key pass, which led to the assist and the goal. 2 shots on target, 1 shot off target, which I guess if you compare them in terms of their individual performances, Dybala did outwork Dovbyk. I do think that Dovbyk has had a really good game so far. I mean, the goal and the assist pretty much speak for themselves. And it's good to see him start to get back into form. He had a rough start to the season in the Rossi era with only the 1 goal coming last game, and it wasn't a winner. So there's a De Rossi flag. There's like 3 De Rossi flags in the stands. It's sad, but there's nothing that the fans can do right now. They can protest and they can do whatever they want, but the result speaks for itself. It's 3-0. You can argue that the performance by Udinese could have been who was that? And Lina wins a free kick in the defensive third, and Roma's just going to kill the time. 3 minutes left. So I wonder who's going to take it. Pellegrini and Dybala are both off, so maybe it's going to be Paredes. I don't know how to pronounce that. Paredes. He's Argentinian. It is! Look at that! What a call! I just know my team. I don't know. So it is going to be Paredes to take it, and maybe a goal from Mario Hermoso to try and boost that confidence over there. Or it'll be sent over the bar by Indica. Or it's deflected away, and Kone recovers. Dovbyk gets a toe to it and recovers, and it's sent back to Kone, and I think Roma's just going to kill the time. 2 minutes plus stoppage time, which is going to be maybe 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Not that much. Paredes. Yeah. It's spelled Paredes, but he's, Argentinian, so it might be pronounced Paredes. Paredes. I am not Argentinian, but I've heard that they talk like palm tree. Paredes. Is it like a? Oh, paradise. It's a good pun, babe. Sorry, I didn't get it at first. Paredes. You heard it there. So now Soule takes a shot. It's just wide. He wants to score. He wants to score. I mean, a lot of these attackers that Roma signed haven't scored yet because they've only scored 2 goals in. Other than this game, they only scored 2 goals. So. Oh, so Soule wins a corner. Didn't know that. So now it's going to be Paredes to Take the kick. Oh, somebody's getting yelled at. Who is it? Toure. Toure for Udinese is getting yelled at. Oh, he's using his... Oh my gosh, he went... Ooh, like he like chest bumped Dovbik. Weak corner. I don't think they work on that very often. So Celik gets it back. Baldanzi. Takes it on, takes a turn. Sends it out to Kone. Back to Paredes. It does sound like Paradise, huh? Just say Paradise with like a weird accent. Paradise. So we have 3 players on the side here. Soule, Kone, Soule again, back to Kone. So now there's Celik, wants to send it in. Sends it all the way to the opposite side, and it's... Oof, it was Angelino. He had it on target, but it was just blocked in the end, and it's sent up for Davis, who keeps it in. Baldanzi has been doing very well right now too. But now comes Davis, and he's dispossessed by Mancini. And draws a foul. Soule draws a foul, and I think that's going to take us 4 minutes of added time. We got 3 more minutes to go. Let's see how that other game over in England went. Let's see how that John finished up. Ooh, it was a 2-2 draw at the end of it. 2-2. John Stones 90 plus 8. 98th minute winner. How is that even like 7 minutes were allowed? Then there was an injury, so it probably drew a little bit more time. And then John Stones just saves. There's a lot of talk about Manchester City having a lawsuit come against them for violating trade law, like player trade law, and like market violation. So far in Serie A, there has not been a single tie today. It's been a 2-1 win. Fiorentina against Lazio, which, as a Roma fan, love to see. Bologna 2-1 against Monza. Monza dropped points, and Bologna get their first win of the season as well. Roma gets a 3-0 win, I think. Not the lawsuit. It is a lawsuit. There was 100 and something charges against them for violating trading law. Baldanzi tried to get it to Dovbik. It just goes past. Oop? What do you mean oop? Who's oop? Oop what? Give it a second. No. Yeah, even if you text me, it's going to be the same kind of speed. I was going to say, maybe you can text me, but no. 10:53. Just an update on the 4 games that I was watching for football. The Broncos are up 17-0 against the Buccaneers. The Vikings are up 14-0 against the Texans. Chicago and Indiana are tied 0-0, and the Giants and the Browns are tied 7-7. So Toure wins the ball. Tall dude. Massive guy. Takes a shot, and it's just way... I don't even know if that was a cross or a shot. I want to see, like, what was his... Oh my gosh, that was like he accidentally pressed the button. So, oh, this kid's wearing the same jersey I have. So 93, 45 seconds, 15 seconds to go. You know, 8 seconds, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is the whistle. That is full time. Ivan Juric wins the first game for Roma in the season, 3-0. You like truly, I don't know how you can ask for a better result. I mean, maybe you can ask for the head coach to be the same head coach that we had, but I don't think that matters now. I think it's, you know, a win's a win, and you take that no matter who's at the helm. You know, doesn't matter who's winning. Doesn't matter who you support. Whatever. Roma get their first win. 3-0.
Juric's debut. Meanwhile, this is what else is happening on Super Sunday. Stone saved
Wow.
City at the Etihad. A stoppage time rescue point it was against Arsenal. It was absolutely madness in Manchester. And here's a look at the full-time
Wow.
stats. You can see Man City, they just dominated
Manchester City
possession.
killed that game. But anyway, back to the full-time whistle. Forza Roma, let's go. Let's go. First win of the season, and it was a good one. Little early in the morning. You know, hopefully we get an 11:45 game sometime soon. Let me see. Let's look to next week. I don't even know if I can do next week, truly. But, nope, 6 a.m. against Venezia, who got their first win today. Or this weekend, yesterday. So that should be another 3, maybe 4-0 win. And then, so I will not be up for 6 a.m. stream. And then there's a 9 a.m. Roma Monza on October 6th. There is also a Patriot game that day, so I don't know if I'm really going to have the desire to do that because it might be at 10 a.m., which it most likely will be. October 6th is Patriots at Dolphins. That's a good game, so I'm watching that. And then let's see, when's the next realistic time that I'm going to... Ooh, 10:20. So October 20th is Roma Inter. And Patriots at Jaguars is the morning game. It is in London, so that will be at 6:30 in the morning, and I probably will not be awake for that, but that's going to be a depressing game. But Roma Inter, so that will probably be the next available thing. Roma does play, I believe, in the Europa League. That is coming up on the 26th, so in 4 days, this upcoming Thursday. Roma plays against Athletic Club Bilbao. If you watch the Euro Cup, Nico Williams, who is, the Spanish young star, plays for Athletic Club, so that'll be an interesting game to watch, especially with coming off of this 3-0 win. It will be very fun to see how Juric's tactics work in the European environment and against a very good, very talented team and player. Then we come back, and on Sunday, this upcoming Sunday against Venezia, which is at 6 a.m., so I will not be covering it. Then there will be Roma versus Elfsborg, which is... Elfsborg is a ridiculous team name. Where are they from? Sweden. Play a Swedish team. That should be a win. And then Monza at 9 a.m. on the 6th of October, and then Roma Inter on the 20th. And that is the Roma lineup of things for that these upcoming matches. And so the next game will probably be in a month that I will be covering, Roma versus Inter. That is supposed to be a very interesting game, especially given that Roma gets their first game, their first win. And it will be the first big team that Roma plays against. Wow, hang on. That will be the first big team that Roma plays against in the Ivan Juric era. So, that is everything that I had for today. I'm going to go watch some football. You should too. And then maybe in 45 minutes, if you want to go tune over, turn on the Milan-Inter game on, I think it's going to be on, no, it won't be on CBS because there's football. Paramount Plus, go get Paramount Plus. It's $5 a month, I think. And you get Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, SpongeBob, Nickelodeon, all that comes with Paramount Plus. And you get to watch Italian soccer with me. Thank you. Thank you, babe. I love you. To the viewers, thank you. I love you too. But my Isabella, my Isabella. I love you. I love you. Anyways, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next month. I will see you next month. Peace.